So how did the sea look the first time? I mean, काफी बच्चों को तो ये पता ही नहीं होता कि we might get sea sickness once we are there. तो कोई observe किया कि बच्चों को हो रही थी sea sickness? Did you experience it yourself?
I was lucky. I never experienced seasickness, but I was very lucky. There are many of us who did, and they are very renowned admirals in Navy's histories who were very seasick. I think Nelson never overcame a seasickness. He was the greatest, one of the greatest admirals ever born.
कैसे cope करते हैं जिनको?
You get used to it. You learn to work while you're seasick.
Wow.
Essentially, the people overcome this to an extent. I would not say that they are, but they can never really totally overcome it. और वो जो है वो that remains with them.
It's a physical response. You cannot.
It is a physiological sort of a thing. और वो है लेकिन I have seen many people work as good, being seasick as those who are not. But again, you see everybody when you are out at sea, everybody has to do his duty. It's part of team. और अगर वो नहीं करेगा तो काम चलता नहीं है. So he has to work whether he is seasick or not. So that is a compulsion. Again, the military training plays its part over there also.
सबसे ज़्यादा मुश्किल क्या लगा initial days में? इब्तिदाई दिनों में सबसे ज़्यादा मुश्किल चीज़ जो आपको कही गई हो और आप कहें कि ठीक है बाकी ट्रेनिंग तो चलती है लेकिन ये नहीं हो रहा मेरे से.
मुश्किल तो naturally the first thing is if you getting up 5 o'clock in the morning, and honestly I was not used to, so that was the best part of the day for me while I was in the academy was when Navy हम pipe down कहते हैं. At 10 o'clock at night, 2200, there's a pipe down which means that lights should go off and everybody should get into the bed सोने के लिए. So pipe down जब 10 बजे होता था तो we used to get in our beds, and that was the best time of the day for me. And it hardly lasted for a minute or maybe less, and then I would बिना थका होता था आदमी सो जाए एकदम. So that was those 30 seconds or a minute was the best time.
तो उठाया कैसे जाता था? बेल होती थी, क्या होता था?
हैंड्स कॉल कहते हैं हम उसको, नेवल टर्मिनोलॉजी के अंदर. पाइप डाउन इज अगेन अ नेवल टर्मिनोलॉजी व्हिच मींस गो टू बेड.
ठीक है.
एंड हैंड्स कॉल इज अगेन अ पाइप इज अ विसल.
ठीक है.
तो वो हैंड्स कॉल होती है व्हिच मींस नाउ एवरीबॉडी हैज टू गेट अप.
पहली दफा जब आप घर गए आफ्टर योर ट्रेनिंग तो अम्मा ने कुछ कहा एक्सक्लेमेशन में या कि ये क्या हो गया मेरे बच्चे को या समथिंग लाइक दैट?
जब एकेडमी आया था तो माय पेरेंट्स वर नॉट इन कराची, द एकेडमी इज इन कराची. तो वो मेरे रिलेटिव्स थे खाला, तो so they came over for a visit on one of the Sundays. I think this was after maybe 3 weeks, maybe 2 weeks, I don't remember. मुझे मिलने के लिए आए तो they were sitting in the place. And I was told that मेरे guests आए हुए हैं, so I should go and meet my guests. So I came into the room. I recognized them, they did not. So they were looking at me and they said, बेटा हम तो वो नुमान से. मैं कहा जी मैं ही. And they were shocked. कि यार तुम्हारा क्या असर कर दिया? So this happened in first 2-3 weeks or a month. So
तो मुझे बताएं उस वक्त आपको क्या सिखाया जाता है जब नया नया कैडेट आता है? तो what do you teach him as the most important rule of sustaining in Navy?
सबसे पहली बात तो यह है कि एकेडमी के अंदर there is no time कि उसको आप कुछ वैसे को बताएं. बताने से मेरा मतलब है कि कोई असूल की बातें या कुछ ऐसे. They come in their own time. The first thing is actually is to get the person adapted physically and mentally, because unless you are mentally strong you cannot sustain the physical thing also. So both this comes automatically. This is not done through lectures, this is not done to this, but then there is a whole lot of other activities that take place in the academy, and I will talk about the Naval Academy. There's sailing to be done, there's swimming to be done, there's professional subjects to be learned. They all form part of the training. But the sense is actually is to transition you from a civilian life to military life, and then to adapt you to that situation where you would, carry on from there on. It was a very important part, but very useful.
Very crucial.
At that time, it looks like hell, but later on, when you look back, and I am convinced that I think if you ask me what were the good times in your life, I would maybe even recount my time in the academy as a good time. So at that time, I was cursing it.
Same. Now you look back and now you have the smile on your face.